All right. So we'll start in a little less than a minute. Keep that open. All right. Here we go. 6 o'clock. Let's get started. All right, buddy. Welcome to International Podcast Day 2021. Y'all know me by now. And yeah, let's have some fun for the next couple of hours. Yeah. Since it is International Podcast Day, and the important part of the day is to encourage people to listen to podcasts. With that in mind, I have I received an email today from Libsyn, who hosts our podcast. And the email is 10 simple ways to celebrate International Podcast Day. In the founder's words, today is an international celebration of the power of podcasts. Big thank you to the team that initiated this celebration. There won't be hours of streaming content this year, but here are some simple ways to celebrate. Number one, growing multilingual podcast audiences. Hablemos juntos. Sign up for our community conversation on multilingual podcast audiences. That's already passed. But I have noticed over the past couple of years with this podcast that we do have an international audience that we should absolutely cater to, and I will do my parts and start looking for podcasts, everything in different languages. As we've already established on this podcast, I studied Espanol in la escuela, and Nihongo Daigaku ni benkyou shimashita. So that will be so that I actively try to do in the next few days, up to a year, and everything, and we'll see how that goes. Number two, follow podcaster from another country. Well, I just talked about that. Learn a little bit about the challenges that they are facing as creators, and maybe you can help. Well, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, unmute. Sorry, folks. That pisses me off. So we're back. That pisses me off, Zoom. Come on. You gotta let me do this thing. You know? And if you think I'm going to pay money for your service. You are insane. Let's continue. Number 3, send another podcaster a thank you email or message for something they did that inspired your podcast. Well, a perfect example on the poster right here. There's the postcard for the Well podcast, Ensign Mounts, Brandon Edgens. Thank you guys for inspiring me to get this podcast started. And I hope to hear some more good content from you guys. And a little thing called Star Trek Strange New Worlds is going to make that a little bit difficult, but still a big thank you to you guys. And I want to also give a big thank you to everyone in the podcasting community, and a huge thank you to the membership of the Kansas City Podcasters Meetup, which I have now been in charge of for a little over 1 year. Number 4, listen to your very first episode and realize how far you have come. Even the slightest improvement is a reason to celebrate progress. Shall we do that? Shall we pull up the Pat Lamb episode? And I could think of a number of ways that we've improved since then. One way we've improved and continue to improve is at the start of a new season, I change up the intro a little bit to make it a little more inclusive and everything. Try to incorporate stuff from the previous seasons and everything. I don't know what I'm going to do with season 5 yet. Get there when we get there. But I'm happy with the season 4 intro. Everything. And should we listen to a little bit of Pat's episode? I think. Yeah, let's do that. Can't have my mind, you bastards. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. As it happens to be on my iPod as we speak. So we'll listen to a little bit of the Pat Lamb episode of the podcast.
Parental discretion is advised. Welcome to this podcast is Uncalled For, Octa Games Edition, Pat Lamb. And now, your host for this podcast, Armchair Fantasy.
Yes, we did a different song in season 1 to open up.
Welcome to the very first episode of this podcast. It's Uncalled For. I'm Mike Chernievsky.
Yes, I am.
I'm a veteran podcaster. I've produced Sunflower Brew and Wingside Coaches, for which I was also a host. This podcast will be a little different. This podcast is meant to be more of a reflection on life, an examination of what I've done and what I believe, and to do it with the people in my life. So what better way to start this podcast than with one of my oldest and dearest friends in the local film community, Pat Lamb. I've known Pat for well over 10 years now. He's a very good videographer, very good photographer, and is also heavily involved in the Boy Scouts. So without further ado, here is the interview with Mr. Pat Lamb.
Morocco Sting.
So, Pat, welcome to the very first episode of this podcast is Uncalled For. Thank you, Michael. Good to see you again. Yeah. Always.
And this was recorded in Pat's living room.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into film, sure, photography. Well, I think I started taking pictures when I was about 12 years old. I bought a Canon Yashica camera first and a Canon camera for my brother, and took photos through grade school, through high school. When I went to college, I thought I was pre-med, studied chemistry, got a chemistry degree, soon found out that probably wasn't my path in life. Started taking radio TV classes at Rockhurst, did an internship at UKC, American Cablevision, back when they had a community access channel.
Mm-hmm.
We had a live show that we did, so I got to do everything from interviewer to cameraman to tape guy to everything else, kind of learn that whole business.
And I think that's enough of a sample of the very first episode. I hope to return to that style of introduction, but
hey, everyone.
Different podcast. Sorry. But I am going to recommend on the subject of recommendations. I will recommend that little bit from Audio Obscura. They attended one of our online meetups with the podcasters meetup, and told me a little bit about what their podcast was about, and I've been listening every week since. It is quite an entertaining little program. Moving on, number 5, use the hashtag International Podcast Day and take a pic of your gear, studio, or whatever makes you proud. Well, kind of doing it right here. And my mic set up for if you are interested in what type of mic this is. And credit to Rob Walsh, who also works for Libsyn and was the founder of the podcasters group. He told me about the mic. This is the mic I use, the Thromecast M-Drill 1. As soon as I bought this podcast, that's when, excuse me, as soon as I bought this mic, that's when the podcast started. And hope to use it a little more with my film production as well. But it's been great for podcasting and everything. As for my other equipment, MacBook, which I'm using right now, other Mac products like the iPod Touch. There's an iPad over there as well for recording purposes, and for recording on this machine. Zoom is now a part of our arsenal, and we also use Audacity just for the recording aspects of things. All the editing is done in Adobe Audition. Because remember, I'm also a filmmaker, so had to buy the whole Adobe suite when I was in college. When I went back to college, and that stuff ain't cheap. But it does come with a variety of programs. The one I would primarily use would be the Premiere Pro, but that's for editing videos, and that's it. But Audition came with the package as well, and that's what I use to edit this podcast. Is Uncalled For, and I highly recommend it if you can afford it. So, all right, moving on. Number 6, share a favorite episode or podcast, not your own, on social and spread some good vibes. And I think I've done a pretty good job of doing this. If you follow our Facebook page, facebook.com/uncalled for podcast, I regularly share stuff related to the podcast that I find useful and gives a little bit of context to what we'll be talking about in a particular episode. And yeah, good times. As for an example of a episode I feel need a lot more love, if you were to ask me. I've always said that I'm a fan of going back to the Well Pod. I am a huge fan of the one episode in particular called I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through it right now, and I'm not going to play it. I don't want to get copyright trouble, but the title is Leon Inglesrud, Part 1. This is episode 13 of The Well, The Martini Samurai. And it is funny, and it gives you an idea of what Captain Christopher Pike must be like when he's drunk, because they do a lot of drinking throughout this particular episode. It is some funny stuff. So highly recommend that episode in particular. Number 7, register for an upcoming podcast conference or meetup. KC Podcasters Meetup. During these pandemic times, we've been doing it online second Wednesday of every month. Feel free to join us. And I've been trying, it hasn't worked out so well yet, but I'm trying to reinstate the in-person stuff as well. And at the moment, that's going to be every second Saturday of the month around lunchtime. So our next one, I think our next one's going to be, let me share screen with y'all. Let's go there. Okay, sure. And I'm showing you that this is going to be an activity that we'll be doing in a little bit. But in the meantime, let's go to meetup.com/podcasting15. This is where you'll find us on Meetup. Let's go time to do its thing. Here it is, coming up in a little bit. Now, the Kansas City, so that's the official, the Kansas City Podcasting and Social Media Meetup Group, organized by Mike Chernovsky and one other is Rachel Berbellia, who has her own podcasts, and I'm going to give a plug for that right now. Her main podcast is called Uncovering Kansas, and that's primarily an interview podcast where she interviews people from all around the state of Kansas, and really, and you hear about really cool things happening. All right, here it is, and I will actually be sharing the video of this right away on my special uncalled for video interviews for the channel. But as you can see, we have October 9, October 9, Johnny's Tavern. This would be the Johnny's at 95th Street in Antioch. And we have 2 people, myself and one other person signed up for that. And hope that goes well. And right away on the 13th, so that's that second Wednesday, we have the online event. So do check those out. I highly encourage it. And we go on to number 8 on this thing. So that is head over to podchaser.com and leave your favorite podcast a kind word or rating. So Podchaser is a really cool websites and everything, which is best way to describe it is kind of like a YouTube for podcasts. Everything. So this is what the main page looks like. And I'm going to, it's going to log me in, hopefully. Hey, everything. And my other podcasts, Sunflower Brew and Winning Site Coaches, are both listed on this site as well. But of course, we're doing Uncalled For tonight, and it's going, and everything I'm going to share is primarily going to be related to Uncalled For. But yeah, here it is. It shows some podcasts have come out lately and reviews and everything. Highly all right. It's taking so long. To try and stay entertained while this uploads. Something uploads and what's this giveaway? All right, let's take a look at this giveaway thing that they're doing. Giveaway in celebration of International Podcast Day. We're giving away 5 podcaster shirts. Okay, I already have 2. I was not wearing one right now on my Fringe Festival volunteer shirt. But let's go back to this, and I'll show you where you can find us. Come on. While that's being taken care of, and hopefully it is. Good Lord, we have slow internet right here. Number 9, save 25% off the Afros and Audio Podcasts Festival tickets. They are offering discounts in celebration of International Podcast Day. Okay, cool. Number 10, sit back and hey, relax, yeah. The Libsyn crew is grateful for podcasters everywhere that strive to elevate and enrich the lives of others Through the Power of Podcasts. Happy Podcasts Day, everybody. And that's it from the Libsyn side of things. And if you are going to get into podcasting yourself, I do highly recommend using Libsyn as your podcasting platform. They've been it's great. Yeah, you do have to pay a little bit each month, but is definitely well worth it. And let's stop share for the time being. And we're back. All right. So if this were a classroom, I'd be asking for questions and comments at this point. But I'm the only one on this Zoom call right now. Just saying. All right. So I'm going to try again to get this hair worked out. And then I'll probably share screen again if I can get it working. But yeah, we're coming towards the end of the 4th season of the podcast. Oh, I got a new phone today. It was fun and it's free. This is my first time having a smartphone. I would much prefer being able to keep my old phone, but they're saying they're shutting down the old system, so do what I gotta do. So, and if you're asking me, Mike, what's been your favorite episode so far? I guess depends on the season and everything. Depends on my mood. Everything. You could say, yeah, the diplomatic thing would say, well, they're all great. Everything, but yeah, even then, you still have favorites, and that's another thing you can do with this Podchaser website, assuming it wants to cooperate, of course. Yeah, I could use a faster internet connection, but that's okay. That's okay, as long as I get the job done. All that good stuff. And I'm going to recommend a couple other podcasts to listen to as well. Now would be a great time to do that. There have been podcast recommendations throughout the course of the podcast, but I'm going to make a couple more. I would say Adios Obscura. I've already touched on the Delta Flyers. I brought up before. This is Garrett Wang and Robert Duncan McNeil, who are both on Star Trek Voyager, playing Harry Kim and Tom Paris, respectively. And this podcast is all about their rewatching Voyager from beginning to end. They're, at the time of this recording, they're in the start of the 4th season. And they watch every episode. They talk about it in detail. Everything. Uncovering Kansas, I touched on Rachel Berbelia behind that one. Highly recommend. And the First Timers Movie Club. We actually had the hosts, Mr. Patrick Poe, on the podcast, and his episode is very much available now. And he did talk a little bit about it on in his interview with me. And I have been listening, and I highly recommend it. It's such a great podcast where they watch mostly classical movies. Everything as one hasn't seen it, but another has, and they're introducing the other to the movie as well. Another one I'll suggest. There's another one for Trekkies. Gates McFadden Investigates. Substance-wise, it's Gates McFadden, Dr. Crusher from Star Trek Next Generation, where she's sent out interviewing mostly other Star Trek actors about life in general and their experiences, similar to how this particular podcast was initially going to be, and then I added all the thoughts and playthroughs and all that other stuff. But if it was a pure interview podcast, it'd be very similar to what Gates is doing. Highly recommend that one. I've also fairly recently, because I am a former St. Louis NFL fan, I've been listening to another podcast called Conduct Detrimental, and they've already done 3 episodes on the ongoing St. Louis versus NFL lawsuits. Which will hopefully be going to trial. More on that later. All right, so let's okay, it's still being a pain in the ass, but let's just plug in the here we go. I'm going to share screen again. And there we go. So back to Podchaser. This is the Podchaser page for this podcast is Uncalled For. See, there's our little artwork, like right there. And got me and one other person liking it, and you see our 3 most recent episodes to release are the 3 friend shows. So there's Patrick and Jessica Whitfield and Chris Hertz, his second time on the podcast. And see right there, hosted by Libsyn. Use code Podchaser for rest of September plus October free. And of course, our links. So we get link to the to our Libsyn page, a link to our Facebook page, a link to our blog, uncalledfor.home.blog, and our RSS feed. Of course, RSS feed, that is the heart of all podcasting. You really cannot call yourself a podcaster unless you have an RSS feed. And podcast reviews, well, there's one, me. I am the host and producer of this podcast Uncalled For, so my opinion is very biased. I really enjoy working on the podcast, and more importantly, I listen to it while I'm driving. This is true. Mentioned on these lists. So, there's the list of my favorites, and we got this is a podcast list, so this one includes Sunflower Brew and Wednesday Coaches. But let's take a look at our favorites list to just give an idea. Sorry, this page doesn't exist. What the? Did I delete it or something? No, it's just being stubborn. So these are my personal favorites episodes so far. And not all of season 4 has released yet, so I have to wait until they release. But there's one coming up very soon. Oh yeah, so here's the list. So we have Ed McKeith, his first time on the podcast, which we recorded at the Denny's downtown Kansas City, which sadly no longer exists. It got torn down. It is currently a vacant field. And and then Chris Hurt, the first time we had him on, we did that at Homer's Coffee, which is literally just down the street from me. Then Matt Sewell, old friend from high school, and we did that one over lunch at I think it's called the Wings and More in Grandview. Then the thoughts on the NFL in St. Louis. This was recycled from Wings head coaches, and talks about something I just talked about: the St. Louis NFL lawsuit, followed by Conrado. Conrado, of course, is someone I met through my employment at the chess club, and one of my duties had been to, if he needs a ride to the club, offer it, everything. And one day it's like, I want to get Conrad on the podcast, so I'll just ask him, hey, while we're driving up, would you mind if I recorded our conversation for the podcast? He said, yeah, and it remains my personal favorite to this day. My personal favorite episode is Conrado. Then after that, we have Lucas Stone King and Daniel Rains the first time around. So this was our drinking episode. This is the uncalled for equivalents of Martini Samurai, and it was, and I only had the one beer, but Luke and Dan had a couple and everything. We did that at Dan's house, and yeah, fun little get together and everything. And what were you doing in Tijuana? You talk about talking about life in general, because we used to work the three of us used to work together, you know. So, and I'm slightly shocked that they forgot what bow jobs are all about. Oh man, so dirty. And then another one I added to my list is Andrew Rainey. We did this just pre-pandemic or early pandemic, before it really became a problem here in the States, at the library. As the second time of asking. The first time of asking, we did New Year's Eve at Panera, and Andrew's such a soft talker that's he got drowned out by all the crowd noise at the Panera. So we did it again at the library. We had one of those little mirrors, and we talked mostly about politics, because he has been the one guy I could consistently count on as a political volunteer. Everything that was true in 16, and that was true just this year when I put my name in the hats for city council. Didn't go over so well, but I still did. I do not regret either time, but yeah, that's it. And of course, last year's French program, all three are right here. So yeah, Adam the second time, Luke and Dan the second time, and all three of these courses recorded using Zoom. Everything. But I want to talk a little bit about Brian's episode because he put in that little poison pill at the beginning. As long as I get more downloads and listens than Trevor Martin and Pat Lamb combined, I'm good to go. Well, it took us a year to do it, but we got Brian to his goal with a little wiggle room to spare. So I definitely recommend this one, Brian. And I've known since entering the film community, everything we've worked on, a lot of stuff together. I highly recommend our discussion. And come up on another Thanks Ribbing. Very soon. Thanks Ribbing. McRibs. All right. And let's look at sorry, this page doesn't exist. Are you effing kidding me? Good Lord. And so yeah, this is my page on rankings 6. Okay. So the podcast I like listening to and reviews 3 rank. Whoa, woo. Number since September 18, 2019. All right, top categories: comedy and society. Seems about right for this particular podcast. All right. So let's go and stop share for a little bit and see if anyone. No, of course not. All right, you put it out there and hope people will take you up on it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We may do with something. Let's go to something I was hoping to do, and we got plenty of time to do this. Plenty of time. So we're going to have a little fun, and we are going to sporkle.com. We're going to share this screen. Now, Sporkle, if you have never seen this site before, a lot of YouTubers and live streamers I've seen use this site. Basically, it's a lot of fun little quizzes and everything. And we're going to do a couple of these quizzes for you right now, because why not? And this will be much better appreciated watching on video, which is one of the reasons I'm going to be sharing the video right away on our special YouTube channel. Let's go United States. And it'll still tell me I'll figure out how this fucking thing works. And if you're upset about the language, I do cuss a great deal. If for not in front of the kids. All right, let's do this. Find the U.S. states, no outlines, minefield. Being American myself, I should do pretty well at this. But if you're watching from outside the United States, I can understand not doing so hot. So try to find all 50 in 7 minutes. And yes, 50. DC is not yet a state. Hopefully that's constructive 500. And Puerto Rico also not a state yet. So if you are in Congress, in the House, thank you for passing the DC statehood in the House. Let's get off our ass in the Senate, please. Make the District of Columbia states. Same applies to Puerto Rico in spades. But anyway, we're at 50 right now, and that's this. Let's play quiz. All right, Michigan should be fairly easy. It's this glove shaped like thing right there with the Upper Peninsula. Arkansas is about right in there. There we go. Colorado is about right there. Mississippi should be easy. We already have Arkansas on the map. So Mississippi is right next door. Tennessee borders both Arkansas and Mississippi. That's right there. North Dakota should be fairly easy to spot, right there. Texas, everybody knows Texas. Right there. And Louisiana. Look at all the green there. Right there. Hawaii, come on, that's way too easy. And stop saying Hawaii in there. Minnesota, right there. Arizona, right there. Maryland. Southern's up here because I clicked in the area where Maryland is, and it said, "Oh, you got it wrong," but that's where Maryland is. And again, for my non-Americans, seeing this, DC is a little notch in Maryland, right there. So I fail, and that's okay. We're going to do a couple of these quizzes because why not? And so sports quiz, as if you are a regular listener to the podcast or even the Winning Side Coaches, I'm a big sports fan. So we're going there. Let's do Premier League. Why not? Why not? Because I do identify as a Premier League fan. And let's do popular all time. I don't think you could get in the individual players. That's like the biggest names out there, but yeah, well. And if you happen to be watching the video at the time that I'm recording it, then tomorrow is the famous Cranky Out release. So that episode will definitely find its way to to that list. showed you. Is there a candidates forum tonight or something? Yeah, even though I crashed out of that race, I'm still part of that little group of that coalition and everything. And everyone is messaging everyone else today, and I have to deal with. All right. So, can you name the clubs in the Premier League since its inception? There have been 50. 55. So, here we go. Let's see if I can do this without cheating. Or as the inspiration of Ted Lasso famously says, quit cheating. I want to start smacking. All right. Here we go. So, Arsenal, Aston Villa, fucking Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea. Fucking Man United. And what do we think of Tottenham? Now we have both sides of the Merseyside derby. We have Everton. We have Liverpool. Teams that have won the Premier League, like Leicester City, Blackburn Rovers. See teams that have been in for a long time. Newcastle, West Ham, Southampton. Awesome. It says it wants all of them. So one that unfortunately does not exist anymore. Complicated story. Wimbledon FC. Another club I assume I can spell. Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield United. Nottingham Forest, two times straight European Cup winners. Derby County. Is to Fulham. Crystal Palace. Watford. The entire Norwich City Council. And Bolton. I mean, not Lop. And is Ipswich. Since I'm on the Monty Python, Coventry City, they've never won the FA Cup. And Karl Marx, who won the cup final, Wolves, Nick Haynes' favorite team. Let's do Cardiff, Swansea, Bournemouth, and Burnley. Stoke, whom I saw in person. By the way, they played at Sporting Park. That was 10 years ago. 10, 11 years ago. 9 years ago now. And that was I had a blast at that game. Moving on. Middlesbrough, QPR, Queensborough, and the handling internally squad. You couldn't avoid those words, handling and internally. Referring to Sunderland, of course, when they're named worst persons in the world. Hull, Blackpool, Birmingham, Shit on the city. Shit on the city tonight. West Brom. The Baggies. Portsmouth. Brighton. Brentford. This being recorded during their first ever year in the Premier League. So now we're down to. All right. So Leeds. It's a lot harder than it looks, but that's the luxury of cheating. But let's do Swindon Town. To do Watford, yeah. Let's do Watford. I did. Maybe I did do what? Yeah, there's Watford. That's Elton John's team. Charlton. Those are my evil thoughts towards Oldham, about to be relegated out of the football league altogether. Wigan Athletic. Who's been in the Premier League 25 years? Forgetting about. Who? It might come to me. Sir Patrick Stewart's team, Huddersfield Town, 2 seasons. Oh boy. Barnsley, that's one I tend to forget about. There they are. Oh boy. I'm tempted to cheat, but I promised y'all that I wouldn't. Who else has played in the Premier League that I'm forgetting about? Okay. Let's have fun. Now I'm only missing 3 teams here, so okay. All right, think. Oh, Reading. The Western Terminus across Illes purple trains. You would think I got that right off the bat, but just 2 more. Oh my God, this is torture. Oh, am I forgetting about? Oh, we'll find that in 15 seconds. Oh boy. This is a lot harder than it looks, folks. 3, 2, 1. So I forgot Manchester City. Oh my God. My apologies to any City fans that happen to be watching this. I completely forgot about you for some reason. And Bradford City is the other one that I forgot. How do I forget City? My God. Well. Seriously, I forgot that City. let's do a South Park quiz. Why not? Why not? Y'all know who this guy is. How the hell do you forget city? I killed Kenny. All right, yeah, let's do this. I killed Kenny. Oh. Can you pick the ways that Kenny has been killed in South Park? All right, he was crushed by the Mirror Space Station. Your Pokemon induced seizure. I don't think he's been eaten by lions, but he has spontaneously combusted. Frozen car, I don't know about that one. I'll skip it. Eats man acid tablets and drinks water. Yep. Super AIDS. Don't think so. Drowns in grape Kool-Aid. No. Thrown in a ceiling by Michael Jefferson. Yeah, Mr. Jefferson. Yes. Shot by Mr. Hat. Yes. Oh no. Assassinated by French assassins. I don't know about that one's on. Eaten by a giant guinea pirate. No. Then tortured to death by Mr. Slam. No. Infected by no. Crucified like Jesus. That was Cartman, and no, he did not die. And that was the same episode where Kenny spontaneously combusted. Pulled in a magnet by Magneto Giant Fan, yes. Stomped on by Mecha Streisand, no. No, his death in that one was way more entertaining. Attacked by meat and turkeys, yes. Head used as a basketball by Kobe Bryant, nope. Killed by a bear while impersonating a deer. Maybe let's try it. Yes, yeah. Laughs himself to death, yes. That's how he died in the Scott Tenorman. Killed by Charles Manson, not really. Stabbed by O.J. Simpson, no. Thrown off a roof by Butters, no. Dies of syphilis, yes. Falls in the grand, crushed by a gravestone, yes. That was one with Ike's wrist. Falls into a vat of lava, yes. Blasted by aliens, stomped by cows, then run over, yes, absolutely. The very first death. Dies of boredom while riding a boat going 5 miles an hour, yes. Eaten by black, scary, big black scary monster, yes. Murdered by Carmen's Pokemon doll, no. Killing a mishap on big gay boat ride, no. He's killing the football field in that one. Crushed by piano, yes. Killed by Jackovosaurs, no. Dies as a result of autoerotic asphyxiation, yes. Sacrificed to the devil by corn, no. Locked in a cupboard with Cartman for a week, eaten by Cartman. Sounds entertaining, but no. No, sorry. Killed by Willing Critters, no. Ozzy Osbourne bites his head off, yes. And ripped apart by Middle Park Cowboys. Which one did I get wrong? It was Frozen Carbonite. That was a fun little quiz. Let's do a couple more. We should, in the spirit of the podcast, also do a Shrek quiz. We'll deal with that later. So, Star Trek has their own category. So why not? All right, let's go. Popular all time. Star Wars or Star Trek? Cruise, Star Wars, not Star Trek. Here we go. Star Trek races. Kind of an important thing in any science fiction, but especially Star Trek. Can you name the Star Trek races? And it gives noble characters. So here we go. So Gul Dukat, Cardassian, Quark, Ferengi, Captain Kirk. As the Ferengi would say, he's a human. Worf, Klingon, 7-9, Borg. Amanda Rogers, she's a Q. Q can do. Ambassador Shran, that is Andorian. Hugh, that guy. Major Kara is Bajoran. Tuvok. Vulcan. You, Jack. Tuvok was naked. Free, I don't know. Troy Hef. Betazoid. Jezia Dex. Trill. Neelix. Galaxian. Kes Okampa. Odo. He's one of the founders of Changelings, but founders of the Dominion. Gore out there. Donick. Kala, he's a Kazon. Moskeen, that is the Tholian commander from the Tholian Web. Gaiman, Whoopi's character. El Arian, Silic. Okay, so that's 5. I just am not going to get, even if I were to really think about it. So we got Ansarian, Romulan, which have absolutely gone far with that name. Breen, Origin, and Suleiman. Okay. So, all right, fairly easy quiz. Oh, let's have fun. We'll do a religion. Okie dokie. One of my favorite things to study when, particularly in college, was comparative religion. To the point that I took a comparative religion class. I touched on it in a couple times. That in our comparative religion class, we had to do group presentations. My group wound up doing. We wound up doing a Greek Orthodox church, and not too far from there. Also, some resources may affect your audio quality. Please try closing some applications. They're only the two, the Zoom and the browser. They're open. F off. All right, so we'll do world religions. And another group did the Church of Scientology. And and once again, I maintain the stupidest thing I had ever had the misfortune of participating in. That was brought up in one of our season enders. I forget which one exactly, but trust me, it's one of the season enders. Let's do Religion by Symbol. Won't play as well if you're just listening on the podcast. Will play extremely well if you're watching the video. So here we go, 14 symbols, 3 minutes to get them right. Okay. So I see a hi. Yes. Wheel like that. That is the symbol of Buddhism. The cross, Christianity. I think that's Confucianism. Hinduism. That's Islam. Jainism. Judaism. Shinto. And this is the Sikhism. This is Taoism. Wicca. This is Zoroastrianism. That's a tough one. And I'm not familiar with this last one. So we'll just, and that's Druidism. Okay. 13 out of 14. That too, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And okay. Let's do gaming. Oh God. All right. So, board games. And we're going to have plenty of time, so I'll probably hit up the board game arena. All right, rooms on the Clue game board. There's just another. Shall we? So this is, let's get something I get paid to teach. Can you name the countries that currently have at least one active FIDE Grandmaster updated September 21st, 2021? Yes. All right. Let's start with Russia. Hey, number 1, 156. Let's see, next let's try Ukraine for number 3. Caruana, I know, is American, so USA. Vijayanand is from India. And of course, you've likely seen the photo with Anand and Conrado. NVL is French, so Duda, I think, is Polish. Poland. So I can spell. Let's say Norway for Magnus. 14. Let's try a few more. There are 82 of these. Let's try Spain. I'm just going to throw out to countries and China. Yep. Okay, Rybov is Aronian. He's from Armenia. Saric sounds Croatian to me. Someone's in Croatia. Of course, I should have said Croatia to begin with, because Kasparov has Croatian citizenship. Let's go UK, United Kingdom. Really, no British grandmasters. Let's go Romania. Okay. How about Moldova? All right. So, Saudi Arabia? No. How about UAE? Okay, 1 from the UAE. Ireland? 1. England. Okay, so yeah, England, but not UK. So, which means that we must have Scottish. Okay, we have 5 Scottish. Wales, 1 Welshman. Northern Ireland, nope. Netherlands. Okay. Oh, he's Dutch. Okay. Belgium. Let's try Canada. Okay, there are 10 Canadian grandmasters. How about trying Nihon? Yep. Japan. So that's now. South Korea. Try North Korea. No. Taiwan. Thailand. Oh, really? No Thai grandmasters. Bars and temples. The pearls ain't free. Sweden. Okay, we got Sweden. Finland. Okay. All right. Let's try some more Slavic countries. Czech Republic. All right, there we go. Slovakia. All right. Name above it. Let's try Portugal. Brazil. Okay. Austria, Hungary, Germany. Okay, there's a Germans. So Russia 1, Germany 2, Ukraine 3, USA 4, India 5. Let's do Serbia. Which I should have gone off the bat because Bosnia Herzegovina, Slovenia, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and just for good measure, so I don't get any hate mail from the Bulgaria. All right. So we've done Ukraine, Belarus. Russia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. All right. Georgia, Kazakhstan. I'm just going to name all the former Soviet Union countries: Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan. Nope. Uzbekistan. All right. That Greek. That's Sweden, Finland, Denmark. Learn to spell. Musakashia. Bangladesh. Yes. A lot of listeners in Bangladesh. Pakistan, another. Okay, no Pakistanis. Sri Lanka. No. Italy. I haven't said Italy yet. Bhutan. No. Nepal. No. Yeah. No. Okay, Vietnamese. Mexico. All right, 3 in Mexico. 3 in Mexico. Cuba. All right, 20 in Cuba. Guatemala. Oh, I've insanity peppers. No dice. Honduras. El Salvador. Nicaragua. No. Costa Rica. Okay, there's one Costa Rican. Panama. All right, let's do some. Let's try some South America. Okay, Argentina, Chile, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Bolivia, Paraguay. All right, Uruguay, or as Homer Simpson would say, you are gay. Suriname, Guyana. We're going to start thinking about boxing. Jamaica. No, of course not. Barbados. About a minute and a half. Start thinking of Cyprus. I can't spell. No. Turkey. Okay, we got some Turkish. Oh, Iceland. I forgot about Iceland. Oh boy. Switzerland. I haven't tried Switzerland yet. Okay, we got some Swiss. Mongolia. Never about in Mongolian. I can't remember. This is tough. This is tough. Singapore. Okay, we got Singapore. Indonesia. All right, cool. Malaysia. Not such luck. Philip. That's how I can spell Philippines. I can. So, oh man, 20 seconds left. I am not going to get this. 10 seconds, and I am plumb out of ideas. And time. So what did I miss? I missed Israel, Iran, Latvia, Australia, Peru, Egypt, Lithuania, Estonia. I don't miss those three. Well, maybe because I said distanced themselves the furthest from the old Soviet bloc. Tunisia, Algeria, Monaco, Andorra, Albania, the Faroe Islands, Morocco, and South Africa. I was going to get to South Africa, but Morocco, home of Moroccan pasta. Which inexplicably has lettuce as one of the ingredients. All right, we'll try another gaming puzzle here. Oh my God, that was tough. That was so tough. Oh my God. All right. So try something. So let's not find the vowelless board games. Chess openings worldwide. Do you know how many chess openings there are? I ask the kids this all the time. You can look this up too. There's an entire book, actually a series of books called the Encyclopedia of Chess Openings. It is 5 volumes big. And the reason I know anything about it is because we sold them on eBay to help raise money for the club and keep it paid. All right. Clickable versus territories by continent. And I'm sorry, I get a lot of texts from the coalition, so it's pretty entertaining. Pretty entertaining stuff, and could give you insight why I chose to run for city council. And if there's still time near the end of all the. All right, let's try this. How well do you know the U.S. Monopoly Board? I would hope pretty well. From the beginning of a game of Monopoly, a standard U.S. board, somehow you can't stop rolling 7s. Could you work out which space you would end up after each turn? Okay. No cheating. All right. From go. I roll 7. Bender, chance. Well, I know chance. All right. For purposes of this quiz, let's assume chance. Next 7, it'll put me at put me at Virginia Avenue. Yes. The next 7 put me at Kentucky Avenue. Yes. Some more. Yeah, would put me at the Waterworks. Yes. Another 7 will put me at Shoreline. The 7 would put me at Pasco, collect the 200, and land on a community chest. Next 7 puts me at Vermont Avenue. No, Connecticut Avenue. All right. I'll put me in. So from there, I think it's going to put me at St. James or New York Avenue. I'm going to say St. James. Yes. Oh yeah. The 7. Yeah. Indiana Avenue. From Indiana. I'm going to jail. So after going to jail. Yeah. I say New York. No, community chests. No, Illinois. This is hard, especially since it's been a while since I played Monopoly. Pacific. Another 7 from Pacific would put me on the luxury tax. I pay the luxury tax. Go around on Reading Railroad or Reading Railroad. 7, electric company. 7 from that's Tennessee. No, New York. Damn it. Atlantic from there. And after Atlantic, water. North Carolina. No, community chest. Community chest. Say it on Boardwalk. No, I'm going to land on Go. And 70%, 14 out of 20. Oh my God. I need to do a better job with the Monopoly board, no question. Oh man. We'll do one more gaming quiz, and then I think we'll try another category before I try something else altogether, and I go over to the board game arena. Okay, that should be a no-brainer. We'll come back to that if I don't see anything more compelling. Yeah, so this one's going to be chess pieces. I would hope everyone gets this. Because it's just too effing easy. You have 6 pieces, 8 of one type, 2 of 3 others, and 1 of each of 2 others. So here we go. Pawn, bishop, rook, knight, queen, and king. All right. The 151 original Pokemon. Yeah. Yes, I will admit to being a Pokemon Go player. And I will further admit that when Pokemon first became a thing here in the States, that's when I was taking Japanese. So, how cool is that? All right. And in Pokemon Go, I've actually caught all 151. But again, putting that away, not going to cheat. Here we go. Let's start with Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, then Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and then we have, I probably won't get this in order, but Squirtle, at least start with the starter Pokemon. Wartortle, Blastoise. All right. Pikachu. Pika falls into a Raichu. Right there. Then we have Meowth. Evolves into a Persian. Caterpie. No, number 10. Turns into a Metapod before turning into a Butterfree. And we have Weedle. Turns into a Kakuna. Turns into a Beedrill. All right. Mew and Mewtwo. 115, 151. All right. Dratini. We got a Dragonair. We got a Dragonite. Then we have Parasect. Ekans, snake backwards, and then Arbok, Cobra backwards. Coughing. Wheezing. Nidoran. Male and female. Nidorino, Nidorina, Nido King, Nido Queen. Got that out of the way. Okay. Shut up. Golduck. Then we have Grammar, Muck. All right. Kabuto. So I learn a spell. Kabutops. On the night. On the star. Starry. Star me. Seal. To gum. It's in. All right. Oh my God. Ski, what are you doing? My chop, my choke, my jump. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd. Lick your tongue. And, oh boy. Sandshrew. Sandslash. Nice. Execute. Executor. Aerodactyl. Snorlax. Lapras. Next, enough. Porygon, which almost killed the entire franchise, but I digress. Slowpoke, Slowbro. That's okay. He came next gen, I think. All right. Vulpix and Ninetales. Magmar. Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno. They're gonna put a lot better watching the video. I'm just saying. Let's go with Poliwag, Poly Whirl, and Poly Wrath. Nice. Let's do. Oh my god. The fairy. Fame. And I forget about Jigglypuff. Wigglytuff. Oh boy. Magikarp. And they will to Gyarados. Electabuzz. Pinsir. Scyther. Nice. Oh boy. Man, I still got over 8 minutes. Okay. Let's go. Oh, Geodude. And Graveler. And Golem. All right. So, with mine. And Jinx. All right. Get somewhere there. Kangas. Khan. Awesome. Oh boy. Eevee? Yeah, Eevee. Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon. All right, got our evolutions there. Okay, all right. Try to think. Oh, Diglets, Duke, Trio, Doodle, Doduo. Get out, Burn. Do Trio. Yeah, 3-headed bird. Yeah, get him, yeah. No, I think we'll start reading those after this test, but okay. All right, here we go. 5 minutes left, and I am drawing blanks. Oh man. 1 minute drawing blanks. Accept that invite while I'm sitting here. Oh man. I'm ready to give up. Okay. Forgot the Pidgey. Evolutions. I forgot the Rattata. I forgot the Spearow, the Zubats, the Oddish, the Mankey, the Growlithe, the Ambra, Bellsprouts, Tentacool, Ponyta, Magnemites, Shelter, Ghastly, Onyx, Drowsy, Crappy, Voltorb, Cubone, Rhyhorn, Chansey, Tangela, Horsey, Goldeen, Tauros, and Ditto. So, and did not do a very good job, despite the fact that I did 100%. But then again, if you're promising to not cheat, stuff like this does happen. All right, so I'm gonna stop share for a little bit. And I might as well read some of these messages that have been coming in related to I guess there's a candidates forum tonight. And all right, nice job, Ryan Spencer. Couldn't be there. Watch on. Real bunch of BS by nonsense mediocrity. So many just don't answer the question. Talking total nonsense. That's the last thing we need is another version of Mr. Healy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but farmers and markets. I gotta read this one too. You were the only real one. I seriously think Healy and Kites had a plan to be arrogant. Oh yeah. Logan is like a pull string puppet full of public service announcements. What the hell is their goal? I don't know where those types are headed in life, but it hurts my ears. Yeah. Perhaps the storm drain infrastructure wouldn't be so burdened if it weren't full of rocks from chip-sealed roads. My neighborhood is getting fresh air this week. It's like we're driving on country roads. They put so much rock down that it's loose at this point. Questions are lame too. They were designed not to hurt the status quo. What's important is that while you answer the question, you also have the podium to differentiate yourself from the opponents, and that differentiation, if done the right way, could be your winning card ahead with your answer to the question itself. So good job, Ryan Spencer. Yeah, that's a different discussion altogether. And invites to a page came from someone I've asked to be on the podcast and could probably talk intelligently about that issue, because we're dealing with people who are, quite frankly, Republican lights. All right. So as promised, we'll go over to Board Game Arena for a little bit. Potential security risk ahead. Yeah, I accept the risk. It's fine. It's fine. So this is maybe not. Just let me get to. Okay, so if we get a third one, if I get a third one, okay, that doesn't look right. So, okay, maybe we won't be doing that. Shall we? Let's see if we can do another Sporkle quiz. And we'll share the screen again. There we go. All right. This time, let's try. Let's try it. Let's see if I can find that International Space Station one, because that's something that is pretty darn Yeah, it is cool. All right, building it for the last over 2 decades now. They're still building it. They'll be in orbits probably another decade, so maybe less. So that's still that's still an amazing feat of engineering, if you ask me. All right. All right. Anyway. And Gmail. Just try nothing. Try the new. Okay. I'll play with that a little bit more later, but for now, yeah, let's look for an International Space Station quiz. The countries on the internet. Okay, that's under pressure. Ooh, yeah, let's try this one. Ow, 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 ow. Been sitting here too long. My cut shorts, because I'm in so much pain. And apologize for anyone that I am potentially boring with this. But all right, let's do this. So can you name all pressurized stations? When was this updated? Well, I think we'll find out. So the first Zarya, the very first module launched, and it was from my Unity. And Zvezda, and attached. We'll do the NASA, the U.S. portion first. So Destiny is Lab, and then Harmony, the node on the other side. Attached to Harmony is Columbus and Kibo. Then come back. Then we have the airlock, which is called Quest. Then we have Tranquility node, which almost got named Colbert or Serenity. There's a cupola attached to that. Then the Leonardo, basically the beam. All right. Then we have Rasvet. Voice. And then Nauka. Yes, it's been updated. That was the most recent module to launch on the Nauka. Or it's the Russian line module that I guess they mean for the Bishop airlock. All right. Awesome. 16 out of 16. Awesome. And let's just do one more, and then we'll call it a night. That's true. All right. Try to keep it simple. I said try. Doesn't mean I will succeed. Let's do. Now let's stick with soccer. We'll do popular all time. I'll find it. We already did all-time class. I still can't believe I forgot about City. Oh my God. It's true. Country best soccer team. Why not? Oh yeah, this will be fun. And odds are I probably won't get all of them right. Ow! Ow. Can you name the countries from 3 of their soccer teams? I'll certainly try. So, the first one, Birmingham City, Stoke, and Sunderland. That's England. Real Sociedad, Osasuna, and Mallorca. That's Spain. Chievo, Livorno, and Udinese, Italy. Central Coast Mariners, Newcastle Jets, Western United. That is Australia. That was FSV 905. This is Germany. St. Mirren, Aberdeen, Scotland. Nihon, or Japan. This one is France. This is Ireland. Yes. Boca Juniors. That's Argentina. This one is Sweden. South Africa. Netherlands. Portugal. Czech Republic. Victoria Pilsen is the key there. USA. And Vasco da Gama, that is Brazil. This is Mexico. Greece. Egypt. Oh, 20 out of 20. Awesome. Well, I think that's enough quizzes for one night. But that was fun. Just some closing thoughts. So thank you for those of you who are going to be watching this. Thank you for giving us a chance, and thanks to the folks who started International Podcast Day. And good on you. I hope to do a lot better for next year's edition. Hopefully, we'll get some guest action going on. I think, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And everything. Thank you, of course, to Libsyn for being our content host, everything, and for helping us get our word out and everything. Definitely worth the service. Everything. Keep doing what you're doing. And to all of you podcasters, podcast listeners, potential podcast guests, thank you. Thanks to all of you for what you do to get the word out to the world and to your communities. There's literally a podcast for everything. So if you have a interest in something, by all means, there's probably a podcast out there already. If such a podcast doesn't exist, you can make one. That's the beauty of what we do. So I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to say good night, everybody, and hope to talk to you soon. And please subscribe to my podcast, like the Facebook page, facebook.com/uncalledforpodcast. Read our blog, share our content with your friends, and all that good stuff. So thank you and good night.